Hi everyone! In this video, we will review how to add dynamic rental fees for TripleseatDirect to help your team ensure pricing consistency across events and simplify your workflow and guests' experience. We will cover how to create rental fees and settings and use them within TripleseatDirect events when a guest submits their direct inquiry. Rental fees are customizable amounts that can be set up based on location, event style, room, time, and day of the week. This pricing customization recognizes that a room rental for a Saturday buyout will significantly differ from a Tuesday afternoon in the dining room. Creating automated rental fees within settings will eliminate the need to manually calculate and input them for every event. These fees automatically calculate and apply for on-premise or large party reservation events. You even have the ability to exclude or include room rentals in your F&B minimums, which we will get into later in the video. Dynamic rental fees can also apply to non-TripleseatDirect events and bookings. To set up dynamic rental fees, I need to have the appropriate access to settings. Heading into my settings page, I will click Advanced Location Settings and then go to the Rental Fees tab. The rental fee grid will appear after I select the location from the drop-down, choose an event style, and then choose a room. Once I have selected my rate type, the grid will appear and I can begin adding rental amounts for each day of the week. If I had previously set up my rental fees within my TripleseatDirect settings, those have now moved over here to the rental fee grid. Let's set the room rental rates for the lounge in Lakeview Restaurant. The lounge has a flat rate of $500 for events booked between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. on Sundays, and $750 for events booked between 4 p.m. and 11 p.m. While I can have multiple rental fees within a day, these rental fees cannot overlap. So when I go to add this second room rental and click on the time frame, I will see that I am unable to choose any time between 10 and 4. We will repeat this each day of the week using the copy button when applicable. I will assign the room rental rates for the remaining rooms at Lakeview Restaurant before moving on to my other locations. Once saved, these new dynamic rental fees will apply to newly created events only. No changes will be made to existing events. Once these are configured, the next step is to navigate to my TripleseatDirect settings to enable the room rental fees to apply to TripleseatDirect events. Returning to settings, I will scroll down to the TripleseatDirect section and click Configuration. Scrolling down to Billing Details, I will want to ensure that I check off Enable Room Rental for both the on-premise events and large party reservation tabs. This will then populate a list of billing details that I can select to apply to the room rental fee. If I do not enable the room rental fee in my configuration settings, the fees I just configured will not apply to my TripleseatDirect events. I also have the option to allow the rental fee to apply to the F&B minimum with this checkbox. If Exclude Room Rental from F&B Minimum is checked off, the room rental will not apply towards the F&B minimum. If the button is unchecked, the room rental will apply toward the F&B minimum. This button will always be checked off by default. While there's nothing that needs to be done on the TripleseatDirect form for rental fees, it is important to note that if your TripleseatDirect form is toggled to skip room selections for large party reservations or on-premise events, then a room rental fee will also be skipped for that guest and not included in their event financials. Now let's see how this looks for the guest when they book an event on my TripleseatDirect form. Choosing the same room we just set up the rental fees for, I will select my day and time to see the rental fee populate for the guest before proceeding any further. If F&B minimums have also been configured in advanced location settings or on the form level, that will also appear here. As I move through the guest workflow of submitting a direct event, I will see the room rental, taxes and fees, and the F&B total and minimum on the payment summary. I can see here that the room rental does not count toward the F&B minimum since I left that option checked off in my configuration settings. If I had unchecked the box, my payment summary would show the rental counting toward the minimum. I will continue and submit this inquiry so that when I go back to my dashboard and see the new TripleSeatDirect event, I can view the event details and see the rental fee underneath financials. This calculated badge next to the rental fee indicates that this was a dynamic fee created within my advanced location settings. Clicking on the badge will populate a new window with a read-only view of my configured rental fees. Since TripleSeatDirect documents are created once an inquiry has been submitted, I cannot edit any financials when adjusting event details. This can only be done in my documents once they are created, and changing the amount of the rental fee will remove the calculated badge to show that it was manually adjusted. Rental fees can also be used as a merge field in my documents, discussion email and content templates, or discussion messages. If an event has the rental fee attached to it, it will pull direct financials for additional convenience when using merge fields in my day-to-day workflow. I can also report on my room rentals by customizing the TripleSeatDirect event details report. In the Columns tab, I can go into the Financials group and find the rental fee to include as a reportable column. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about adding and managing dynamic rental fees, please reach out to our support team, support@tripleseat.com, or by clicking on the Help Question button at the top right corner of any screen in TripleSeat.